Back to the last leg of Monday's daily rundown. We're just talking about the fabulous heat that we're having here in Manchester, and apparently it's going to be hotter tomorrow. So we've got that to look forward to. We're all melting. This is the part of the show now where I go through these. They're the unfinalies, and I've not seen any of these stories. So if they're not fun, if you don't like them, you can blame our producer Jack's fault. We'll blame him. First up, it's Larry the cat. Claws were out last week as Downing Street's chief Mouser was involved in a standoff with Palmerston, the Foreign Office's new feline friend. We've got pictures of this as well. Yesterday, look at him with his little dicky bow. Yesterday, the pair engaged in a brawl in Downing Street after Larry had allegedly invaded Palmerston's territory. He's cute, isn't he? What do you think of Westminster's latest cat fight then, David?
Well, I think, Foreign Office, Palmerston, that's Bojo, Mrs. May, what was his name, Larry again?
Larry the cat.
It might be fighting on behalf of their bosses. Cat, what is it, the term?
Cat fight?
I can't remember the term. Anyway, they're using their cats to fight each other.
Oh, they're setting them in, do you reckon?
I think, that's it. They're using the cat.
How does the cat end up being called Palmerston and a cat just... Larry sounds like, just your average...
Palmerston was a famous foreign secretary and prime minister.
Isn't it a very grand name to give the cat?
Of course,
I feel like Larry is already, you know what I mean, wrong-footed.
Larry's down to earth. The prime minister has to be down to earth, but the foreign secretary has to be big.
Yeah. So. Don't you think it's funny how these places come with cats?
I know. He's not Larry the cat. He's not letting it go. He's almost defending his background and surroundings. And I am the boss.
But how does he feel? I don't understand how he... he's obviously not aligned to any of the prime ministers as they come through the doors. He's just aligned to the house, to Downing Street.
I don't know. Is this Palmerston a new cat? Maybe?
Probably, yeah, that's what I thought.
Foreign Secretary.
Because Larry's been around there for a while. Every cat protects its turf.
Yes.
Yeah. The territorial.
Yeah.
There's kind of some metaphor going on here or something.
Can I just mention something? My friend Haida, his cat's name is Hakim. And he has a cafe called the Mediterranean Cafe in Wally Range, and he lets the cat go out at night. When I last left, he was waiting for the cat to come back, Hakim. And I think by the time I get back there, the cat still won't have come back. Once we waited till about 1 o'clock in the morning for that cat to come back from behind there.
Well, do you reckon these guys are just wandering around the back of Downing Street or just walking down the road or doing what they want?
My basically question, how do they let them out? Are they suppose they're going out? They don't have a cap flat in number 10. So obviously the officer behind opens the door to the cat to get them out.
Exactly. Well, I guess they must have that kind of clout, mustn't they? They must have that kind of respect for Larry and Palmerston that they're just kind of living their own lives. I mean, to be fair, most cats manage to command that respect in your average house for some reason, aren't they? Don't they? Cats are kind of the royalty of domestic pets.
They're selfish.
They're selfish.
And people have a soft spot for selfish cats. Yeah. I think they're very, very amusing. I wouldn't have a pet because of the furs. But most of my friends have had cats.
I have a cat, yeah. And
what's your cat's name?
Dixie.
Dixie?
Yeah, but she speaks Russian. She doesn't speak English.
Do you speak Russian too?
Yes.
But you got her here, did you?
Yes, I got her.
Obviously, over 17 years ago from Russia.
From risky place. I got her from risky place. And they are very offensive, They basically belong to their territory. So obviously, Larry the cat is not happy.
Can you imagine? Just, cat fights in Westminster. It's hilarious. All right, let's go to our next one. A 91-year-old woman began filling out a crossword puzzle in a museum, only to discover it was a piece of art worth £67,000. The pensioner has been quizzed by police for damaging reading workpiece, is what it was called, a piece of modern art that looks like an empty crossword puzzle. The piece features the phrase "insert words," which the woman took as an invitation to answer the clues.
Oh, poor lady.
Now, do you know what though? Some of that kind of interactive art though, sometimes I've been to a really nice exhibition actually. It was I don't know if you've seen it, celebrating it was in Canada actually, John Lennon and Yoko Ono.
Oh, the bed thing when they were in bed in
it was the
Toronto,
anniversary that I think was made for. I saw it in Montreal actually. But there were so many parts, because obviously Yoko Ono is an artist as well, isn't she? But there was an element of the exhibition where we were invited to, write stuff and write, positive words and hang them on a tree. There's loads of art like that. Do you think this poor woman could have been forgiven for making that mistake?
I think so. She's an elderly lady.
Is that an excuse, though?
I think so. Obviously, the message wasn't clear enough not to touch. They should have put something out.
It was the complete opposite, wasn't it? It actually said insert words.
Yeah. So she took the message as it was.
Don't blame her.
You blame the artist.
Blame the security guard who wasn't
Yes,
there.
yeah, that's
Should've
my
been someone
point as
standing
well.
Yeah.
You wouldn't blame her.
You go to the Tate and there's always a security guard standing around.
A Russian man has been dubbed the human Oyster card after he had a Troika chip, the Russian equivalent of the London's Oyster service, implanted under his skin. He's been able to get through ticket barriers on Moscow's underground by waving his bare hand over the card reader, but some barriers are unable to identify the chip due to poor signal. Well, how far would you go to shorten the morning commute?
So that's a bit too far.
That's a bit too far. Did I pronounce that right? Troika, is it?
Yeah, I've got one as well.
You have? Yes. So is this kind of the ultimate step, though, in I don't want to lose my oyster? I know when I used to live in London, if you lose your Oyster card, it is annoying. I know it's only £5 to replace, but it's annoying. You might have.
I wouldn't go to that extent. It's like cheating yourself. I'm not a cat, am I?
But who's even performed this surgery, do you reckon?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's
quite a big cacket. It's like an oyster card size. So where did he have it? In the hand, in the arm? Where was it implanted?
That's horrid.
It might be like, he would detect it and it would be there all the time. I understand if it would be a little cheap. Yeah, understandable. But a big cut like that.
It's a full card. It's going to work. Is it going to work?
It's plastic and it would cause problems. I don't know, body could be probably
encapsulated
with
spit that out constantly. David, you live in lots of places, haven't you?
I've lived in London. Cities. I used to have an Oyster card. I still have one at home in Manchester in case I go down. Yeah.
You just hang on to it.
Well, yeah, it's got 20 quid on it.
Because you see, don't you? And you see people come. I remember getting used to the idea that I can pick it up through your wallet. So I don't even have to take it out. Wow, this is amazing, though. I suppose you do want to sort of shorten that hassle going in and out of stations as much as possible, don't you?
I think that you can get two. When's the human credit card going to come up?
Well, do you think we can have that put onto us as well?
Apparently, yes.
What do you mean? This is an actual thing. You're not just going off this story. What's this suggestion?
I saw this test done where the guy walks into his store, grabs a whole bunch of stuff, walks out of the store, and it's all scanned, all the stuff scanned, and scanned off of him on the credit card.
Well, I mean, it's convenient, but I mean, then we're like one step away to, the conspiracy theorists would love this, wouldn't they? We're one step away to being scanned ourselves and tracked and all kinds, aren't we? So it's a step
Yeah, the conspiracy theorists say they want everybody to have like a chip on them. Ooh, I can't stand stuff like that.
I think some people are saying that. Well, they have the birth control implants, so that's all right. That goes under. That's in your skin, and you can see it. I've never had one, but I've seen them.
Since we live in modern world, so it's like, technology advances very quickly. Our parents didn't know what computer is. We're now like doing laptops and, reading stuff on your phone.
Everything, our phone.
Yeah, so probably one day it will happen, but for us, because we didn't experience it, personally I wouldn't be happy either.
Good, so much less baggage. And we're never going to lose them ever again. That's a good thing.
And especially when, like you mentioned, it cost only £5.
Yeah, I mean, with an
What's
Oyster
the
card,
point? Yeah, if it's £1,000,
when are they
going
to get the Oyster card for the city we happen to be in at the moment?
When you'd like to see one go?
I think they should have one here too. I mean, it's a great thing. They've had them in London for years. I lived in London from 1997 till 2012, and it was a great thing to have because the Oyster card, for £125 a week, I got unlimited travel in zones 1, 2, 3 on the tube, plus the buses all over the city. So you
buses are amazing. They're so cheap.
You travel every day. You're getting it's the dumb people who just put £20 on it and do it that way. They end up paying more.
Me.
Because we don't live there. And the worst thing is if you don't scan out, they charge you £7.
Oh, that's the worst. Yeah. Oh, you can get it back.
But if you've got a weekly pass or a monthly pass, you can use them unlimited. So it's really cheap to travel in London.
And it's capped daily as well, isn't it, though? I think it's capped daily.
Yeah, but I bought mine once a month. I would just go once a month to do it, but you can do it daily.
So efficient, though, isn't it? I mean, like, it is the same. I used to do it.
Any bus. It's like here, you've got First Bus, you've got Magic Bus.
Yeah, so many.
Come on. And you can't take one ticket from here to the rest. But apparently one politician running for mayor, I can't name him, and it's not ours, it's a Labour one, has a plan for an Oyster card, so maybe we'll see.
Right.
that.
One day.
Manchester, a moister card. Okay, they can say no. They can't say that. I'm going to trademark.
A Magster card.
Thanks, that's a good one. Guys, that's all the time we have for this evening. Thank you so much to my fabulous guests, Irina Gorianova and David Semple. I'm back again with you tomorrow night for another daily rundown. Until then, from everyone in here, good night.